Welcome back to my channel, Custom Scrapbook Design by Christy Stubbs. This week, for Sandy's 13 Frights Before Halloween, I've decided that I would like to do a 2-page spread. So I've got the 12 by 12 sheets of paper there, and I am just trimming the branding strip off, and I'm using the Simple Stories Simple Vintage October 31st collection. Whenever I order from Simple Stories, I generally either order 2 full collections or a collection and all of the pattern papers individually so that I've got 2 of them. Just because I am generally a traditional 12 by 12 scrapbooker, so I always like to do 12 by 12 or 2-page spreads for my layouts. So here you're just kind of watching me preview how I want to lay these out. I did pick the black and white paper and that plaid out beforehand and tried to kind of figure out what I was going to do before I started videoing to keep the length of the video a little bit shorter. So I've got the black and white polka dots as the background, and then you watched me tear the plaid, and I did measure them so that they would be pretty close to the same size. And I did measure them based off of the size of the chipboard pieces that I was going to put on top of them. So I've kind of got it all laid out as far as in a preview. And now I'm just going to go back and heavily ink the edges of that plaid paper just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. I had also pre-cut the matting for the photos. So you can use a 4x6 photo without trimming them down on the photo mats that I've placed there. And with the black and the white, I think it really makes it pop off of either of the backgrounds, either the plaid or the black and white polka dot. And then I started to ink some of the ephemera pieces. I pulled pieces from both the Bits and Pieces ephemera pack and the Pumpkin Bits ephemera pack, mainly the Pumpkin Bits. As you can tell, I've got a ton of pumpkins there. I think I pretty much utilized every single one of them for this layout. Just wanting to kind of create a little bit of a scene at the top and at the bottom of each page. So you can see I'm just kind of placing everything down where I thought I wanted it. And I'm really liking the way that this is turning out. It's a real kind of a simple layout, but I think it's a rather eye-catching layout. And I did forget to put a background in that frame, but I went and added that after the end of the video. So you'll see in the last few pictures that there is a white frame piece of paper behind that frame. So it looks like I've got everything kind of set where I want it. So I'm just kind of attaching everything down. I do use, for my scrapbooking, Creative Memories adhesive, and I do use the permanent, although I can still pull it up, as you can see, because of course I changed my mind and wanted to add a couple more strips underneath the photo mats. So I basically utilized every last bit of that plaid 12 by 12 piece of paper. I absolutely love that. The piece that I'm ripping now is going to be for a journaling spot so that you can write down the details of the day or the pictures, the who, what, where, and when. So that is one of the most important things when documenting your photos, is making sure that, 50 years, 60, 70 years down the road, when somebody else is looking at that, your page should tell the story without anyone having to be around to do that. So now I'm just adding a few more little pieces here and there, filling in a few of the spots. Again, I'm really liking the way this is looking, and those pumpkins. There's more of the ephemera. I apparently decided I needed a few more pieces out of all of those. I also checked the sticker sheet, and I did only find one sticker that I really wanted to add to it, and it was one of the ticket ones because it kind of went with the other 2 torn tickets underneath that film strip that I had added before. So those extra pumpkins with the little cat on it kind of filled in a little bit of a blank spot. Heaven forbid we have a little blank spot on any of the pages. I tend to kind of fill them up without detracting from the photos. So as you can see there, you're going to have some really nice photos, and they'll be very nicely highlighted on those pages. Thanks for joining me. Check out all of the other designers and their projects for this week of Sandy's 13 Frights Before Halloween. Thanks again for joining me. Be sure to subscribe and like this video. Bye for now.